Hi, I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my auto repair videos and my product review videos. I just got finished repairing my brother's car. We replaced the spark plugs in his Honda Insight, second generation. And if you're interested, go check out that video. I'll link it in the description down below. But while we were in the process of diagnosing the issues with it and fixing it, we noticed that his tire pressure was low. Or at least it's set to check his TPMS, and I'll show you that later. But the reason I want to do this video is because today I want to do an unboxing and demonstration of this AstroAI tire pressure gauge. And this is well, there's not really much to unbox, I'm gonna be honest. You just open it up and you get the modules. In fact, these ones have 2 of them. So that's the unboxing right there. And so the funny thing is, and there's the manual, I guess, but you don't need to see that. The funny thing is, this isn't actually the first time that we bought this gauge. My dad has actually bought it one time earlier. And in fact, my dad liked it so much that he wanted to buy an extra one for my mom to have and for Oscar to have. And so here we are with 3 of them. And I'm going to show you in this video how they work. Okay, so I'm going to try to use a completely new one, see how it looks like out of the box, because maybe if it's already used, maybe there's some bias, confounding factors. So right here is the new one. And the way we're going to confirm that it works is by using a modern car. Modern cars come equipped with a tire pressure sensor already integrated into the dashboard, or into the car. And you can see that the driver's side rear tire has 34 PSI. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to turn it on. You can see it has a setting for bars, kPa, kilopascals, kilogram per centimeter, PSI, and really all we need to use is PSI. So let me set this down. The way this works is we're going to find the tire cap, and we're just going to insert this into the port so that, oh, actually, let me demonstrate it to you. It's kind of hard to explain. Ooh, turned off. That was weird. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so originally I wanted to do this so that you could see the screen facing up, but instead, the nice thing about this is it actually saves the reading after you take it away. So I'm going to do this with the proper angle. All right. Let's see what that is in PSI. That's 32. And maybe we lost some pressure because of my mess ups. Well, that one says 34, but this is still somewhat accurate. Maybe if we start the car again, maybe it'll show a different reading. Hold on. Actually, I'm curious. I need to prove this right. I like this too much. I mean, how could it not be accurate? Okay, 33. See, it went down. See, guys, I told you, always trust the tool. I'm just kidding. But as you can see, I let out some air when I was first measuring it because I was measuring it improperly. But when I used the correct angle, it had the proper measurement. Okay, well, I know I said always trust the tool, but there's some times especially with cheap products, that you can't trust the tool. And so what we're going to do is we're going to test all 3 of these to see, do they measure the same reading? And, if they have, the thing is, if they have different readings, that could either be a quality control thing or an inaccuracy thing, but we'll see. 32.5. And I'll take this one out. And actually, I'm going to measure this one again just to be totally sure. PSI 32. $32.2. Okay, my dad noticed that as I was reading it, I put my finger on the button, and so he seems to think that has an effect on the readings. So we're gonna do one more test just to make sure without my finger on it. 32, 32.4, 32.2. Accurate within, about half a PSI, or consistent within about half a PSI. And of course, it also depends on when you read the tire. I mean, when it warms up, then the air pressure is going to increase. So it can be conditional. But for such a a cheap little tool, this is only 2 for $10. I'd say it's worth the buck. It's only off by like 0.2 PSI, and most oftentimes, you really need to worry about PSI only when it's off by like 5, not 0.5. So, in summary, I rate this a 9 out of 10. A 9 just because it's not, consistent. Maybe there's some quality control issues, but so far it does the job. So let's see what the problem is with Astra's car. Because when I go inside and I turn it on, pay attention to that screen right there. Here you have a exclamation mark there. It says check TPMS system, the tire pressure management system. So evidently one of the TPMS sensors is broken. We know this because we already checked all the tires and they seem to be good. But the fact that it has that warning message means that one of them is broken. So that's why, but because they're broken, my brother also, he won't know when the tire pressure is actually wrong. So my dad always wants him to have a tool on hand just to be able to check it, because he can't rely on the TPMS sensor that's already inside the car. Just an additional tool, like a second opinion. And for $10, actually no, for $5 for one, I'd say it's pretty worth the buck. Because I mean, if you want to get it checked at a gas station, Cumberland Farms, checking the pressure is like $2. So this is worth about 2.5 pressure checks. So you might as well just pick one up and keep it in your car. You never know when you're going to need it. Okay, so that was my unboxing and review of these AstroAI tire pressure gauges. Pretty nifty device. I remember when I was young, oh my god, we had tire pressure air refill things. They were like this really big, bulky unit, and my dad would always hook it up to the van. You would turn it on. It was so loud, and at least you could measure. You had a gauge that you could measure it, and that's how we measured the air pressure. I'm so glad nowadays we can just use something as tiny as this. Thanks for watching. Please like or comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the product review videos. And if you're interested, go watch the repair video on the spark plugs for this Honda Insight, and I'll see you there. But for now, I'm Aiman, and signing out.